All right, everybody, did you guys see this moment when Donald Trump got snubbed by a reporter, then had to look into the camera and shrug because he had doxed that reporter's entire family and forced them to relocate because she simply reported on his connection to Jeffrey Epstein. She reported on his 50th birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein where he drew the outline of a young woman, and then he sued the Wall Street Journal for $20 billion, therefore doxing her entire family. Donald Trump then throws his hand up in the air, knowing that he just got snubbed on camera. This was a brutal humiliation ritual for the president. He held the press hostage for roughly 30 minutes while he ranted on camera and then pulled out a hat that said Trump 2028 on it, just entirely humiliating himself, thinking he's pulling off some comedy bit, but he could barely even read while he was on stage. But what I really want to show you is his facial reaction during the Epstein part of the White House Correspondents Dinner. Wolf Blitzer spends about a minute reading off an award about the Epstein reporting done by Khadija Safdar, the reporter that then snubs Donald Trump. Donald Trump had played a part in her family being doxxed. Blitzer then highlighted one of the Journal's most explosive stories. Quote, "Despite the president's threats of a lawsuit," he said, "the Journal published a story about a provocative letter to Epstein bearing President Trump's name. Then Trump filed a $20 billion lawsuit." Blitzer then told the audience that Trump's lawsuit publicly revealed reporter Khadija Safdar's home address, forcing her family to relocate. By the way, that is a direct retaliatory action, trying to scare reporters, scare journalists into not covering his connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Wolf Blitzer then recounted how the Wall Street Journal was removed from the Air Force One press pool following its Epstein reporting. Wow, so that's 3 different retaliatory actions in a row because Trump doesn't want this specific drawing reported on. First, he sued for $20 billion. Then he doxed the reporter and her family, forcing them to relocate. And then he tried to ban them all from the press pool because he wrote this letter and he is ashamed of it. I don't think it's a stretch to point out the fact that this is not the drawing of a full-grown woman. This seems to be like a younger woman, but it's his voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. This is what Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein on his 50th birthday. It's not an actual conversation the two had. I believe it's just a fake screenplay type thing. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Epstein, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every other day be a wonderful secret. It is clearly Donald Trump's signature, and the Wall Street Journal confidently reported on it. Now let me show you Donald Trump's reaction as Wolf Blitzer reports this on stage, as he talks about this series of events. It ends with Donald Trump being snubbed, and throughout this video, I just want to highlight the great work of many women in our country right now. There has been a systematic silencing of Epstein's victims over the past few decades at all levels of power, in the courts, in Florida courts, in New Mexico courts, people just covering their eyes and acting like it didn't happen, and we're finally getting victories, whether it's Midas Touch host Katie Fang, who just got a victory in court against Todd Blanche, which we'll talk about later in the video, or whether it's Khadija Safdar, the journalist who helped break this story, got doxxed by Trump and then stared him down, walked off, and humiliated him on camera. We're gonna break it all down. I am about to fly out and head on my first vacation in like 3 or 4 years. It's been a while, but I'm gonna spend a few weeks with my family. I'm still gonna be making videos, maybe at a slightly slower pace, so make sure you drop a like. Make sure you turn on the notification bell below next to the subscribe button. It's the best way to keep up to date with the content and to get a notification every time I do post. We're all in this together. Let's keep pushing. I want you to watch Donald Trump's facial expressions in this clip. This is the first recording we have of his entire reaction to being called out. Caroline Leavitt even pats him on the back at one moment, and he seems a little bit perturbed at moments, and he tries to smile it off, but it's not really as slick as he thinks.
The Journal's courageous reporting on President Trump's past relationship with financier Jeffrey Epstein triggered the release of the so-called Epstein files, thousands of documents that might otherwise have remained hidden from the public. And despite...
Look at the face that he makes. Oh, right here he knows he's cooked. But he looks over at Caroline and tries to be like, what are they talking about here? Dude, you know exactly what they're talking about.
Epstein files, thousands of documents that might otherwise have remained hidden from the public. And despite the president's threat of a lawsuit, the Journal published a story about a provocative letter to Epstein bearing President Trump's signature. Trump quickly filed a $20 billion lawsuit against the Journal, revealing reporter Khadija Safdar's home address. Her family had to be relocated. The Journal was kicked off of...
Caroline patting him on the back like he's the victim here, like he did something. Dude, you filed a ridiculous lawsuit and doxed a reporter, and then the MAGA journalists and the MAGA administration officials in the crowd are cheering.
Revealing reporter Khadija Safdar's home address. Her family had to be relocated. The Journal was kicked off of Air Force One, but the reporters continue to file revelatory stories. Please welcome the winners of the Katharine Graham Award from the Wall Street Journal. Khadija Safdar, Sadie Gurman, Annie Linsky, Josh Dawsey again, Alex Leary, Rebecca Ballhaus, and Ryan Barber. Their colleague, Joe Palazzolo, could not attend tonight.
Dude, I can't believe Trump is trying to clap. Now I want you to watch the moment that the journalist Khadija Safdar snubs Trump. She rolls her eyes, walks away when Trump is trying to talk to her, and he turns to the camera and throws his hands up. Watch one more time. This is kind of an awkward humiliation ritual, no? I mean, he wrote this letter, he sued, he lost the lawsuit, he got exposed as being very close with Jeffrey Epstein in multiple different articles. Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him Bowdy letters for the 50th birthday album. One was from Donald Trump. Then he was forced to shake their hands and act like he was friendly after all of that. This administration is being exposed day after day, whether it's for Zorro Ranch, whether it's for this birthday letter, whether it's from Katie Fang. Listen to this. A federal judge just yesterday ordered Attorney General Todd Blanche, the acting AG, to hand over the unredacted Epstein emails and documents for the court's private review after Katie Fang sued. In a new order, Emmett Sullivan, the judge, directed Todd Blanche to produce the unredacted records on camera by July 30th. That's 4 days from now, along with other documentation backing up the DOJ's claims that the names and other information blacked out are in fact the categories of people they say they are. That's significant because the court isn't simply accepting the government's representations at face value. They want to see the files. Katie Fang said that while the judge denied her request to be present during the in-chambers review, she said it was worth the ask. This administration is so despicable. They also helped stall the Tate brothers' sex trafficking investigation about a year ago, and we now have more videos proving that the Tates did what they said they did. It's a pattern with this administration of covering up the most despicable things possible and then acting like they are holier than thou. I want you to watch this clip because people are finally standing up. The Tate brothers are currently in jail in Miami, set to be extradited. They haven't been yet, which is kind of weird, but they are set to be extradited. Women who are standing up like Khadija Safdar are reporting on this and pushing back. Katie Fang just got a victory in court. The Epstein survivors were all in the hearing for acting Attorney General Todd Blanche's hearing to be the AG, and a lot of them were able to have their voice heard. It's a good thing.
Two girls have claimed Andrew Tate approached them on social media when they still attended school.
The PhD course is my recruitment system.
A PhD is a pimp and hose degree.
So the recruitment process is, you message them on Instagram.
I was contacted by Andrew Tate, the older of the Tate brothers, 3 years ago when I was just 16.
Daria was 16 when she says she received a private message on Instagram 2 years ago from Andrew Tate's account. It read simply, Romanian girl, followed by a strawberry emoji.
What do you inbox the woman? I live in Bucharest, Romania. It doesn't matter if I'm in London, Bucharest, Moscow, anywhere I am. I just say Bucharest ? Or Moscow ? Or London ? Sometimes, because like I said, intrigue, I'll put a completely pointless emoji on the end. Some cherries, or an orange, or a strawberry.
I asked around to my other friends and my classmates, who were also 15, 16 at the time, and a couple of them also told me they received messages.
So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck. Know about me.
It was a pretty well-known fact that he had kind of a network of young girls.
I mean, it's like, what the fuck would I write for you?
You've got a fit sister who's 16, maybe.
Muslims have the best frame on earth. I want a virgin wife at 16 who's going to obey me. That's what I want.
You know, you said it looks like I'm in a teenage girl's bedroom.
Yeah.
To some people, that would be an insult, but to me, I find that quite flattering, to be honest. You know, like, that's exactly where you'd expect.
I'm fucking all these 16-year-old women or 18-year-old women, whatever the law is in America. 18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16. I think.
All right, in Romania, it's 16. Sorry.
He
Average Trump family friend. I mean, this guy is friends with Barron Trump, Don Jr. This is the average friend of the Trump family. Do you guys think that Barron Trump is sending Andrew Tate letters and drawings in the same way that Donald Trump sent Jeffrey Epstein drawings and letters? There seems to be a pattern of bad selection of friends, and you're only as good as the people you keep yourselves around. I mean, Andrew Tate is allegedly really good friends with Barron Trump, according to Andrew. I don't know the full backstory there, but right now, Representative Yasemin Ansari is requesting an investigation into Barron's communications with the Tate brothers. Just to loop this back, all of this is to say this administration is despicable. We've covered Zorro Ranch on this channel time and time again, which is a secretive, secluded ranch, Epstein's fourth property. You know about his townhouse in Manhattan, which was a girls' school. You know about his Palm Beach, Florida mansion. You know about his island, Little St. James, but he's got a secluded fourth ranch in New Mexico that has conveniently been ignored by every single Trump administration official, blinding themselves until it was bought by a Trump family friend, the Huffine family. The Huffine father then got an endorsement from Donald Trump, and the investigation has continued to be stalled over and over and over until finally some dogs were allowed to sniff around a few months back. But after that point, it had been like 15 years since Jeffrey Epstein had even been there. It's all despicable. It's disgusting. There's very clearly a cover-up coming from the top down, and we are not going to let up. We're going to keep covering it. I'm going to go visit some family. I'm going to go on vacation, but I'm going to continue fighting and making videos just every single morning, then spending the rest of the day with my grandparents, dedicating some time to them before it picks back up in the election season coming up. People keep saying that I should completely stop making videos while I'm on vacation, but no, I think that would be a mistake. I've got to keep building. Mockler Media will keep running, keep scaling. During the mornings, I will break down the most important videos. Then I'm going to go hang out with the grandparents and the family. I love you all. If you want to stay up to date while I'm gone,